What's up, everyone? My name is Debate Nate, and this is Debating for America's Youth, a YouTube channel meant for you to help you all with speech and debate help. Today in this video, we'll be talking about how to prepare for your first tournament, or if you have already been to a tournament, how to go to a tournament and kind of the rules and regulations behind a tournament so you all are best prepared. Stay tuned to the end because we'll have our biggest tip of them all. But in the meantime, let's go through 5 tips on how to do your first tournament. Number 1, the biggest tip is the dress code. So as you can see right now, I am dressed in a business professional attire. That means I have a tie, I have a blazer, I have a dress shirt underneath, buttoned up, and this is the dress code that you need. Now for girls, it's a little bit different. You can wear a dress or a skirt and a blazer, but the main thing is, you can Google these terms, they're pretty accessible. Business professional. Remember, you're representing in Congress debate, you're representing the U.S. Congress, or in other events, you're taking on the role of people that are not you. You're taking on the role of a business professional talking about real world issues. So you're no longer a student, you're a professional. So make sure you dress like that when you're going. And you can always talk to your coach or watch the link down below, the video I made about the dress code. But now let's go on to the next point, and it's where to meet. A lot of times people, when they go to their first tournament, they're not sure where to meet, what to do. I've had this problem in my own school, the debate team I'm leading. And the thing that I would recommend is you can always find where your school is located. And if your school doesn't tell you, you can always go on NSDA, the school, and it lists all the different states, all the different tournaments in that state. And you can go to the date, and you figure out what tournament you're going to and where it's located. Most of the time, it's just at a high school, so you can just Google the high school and set directions. You want to arrive about 40 minutes before the tournament starts. So a lot of tournaments start around 9 o'clock. You want to get there about 8:20 to make sure you have enough time to meet with your team. Get there, make sure you're not too late, and you can, work stuff out with your team, and also be able to make sure that you're there with everyone else. Another big thing is, where do you meet in the school? Well, this is a great question, and this is one I get asked all the time. You want to meet inside the cafeteria of the school you're attending. So usually, when you pull up to the school, when you're driving there, they usually have signs out or someone pointing you, this is the way to the cafeteria. It might be a little bit confusing to find, but it's the one where all the kids in the suits are going to. You want to meet there about 40 minutes early. There'll be someone who jumps up on a table and starts shouting, and that's who you listen to. They'll usually have pieces of paper with postings of where your rooms are located, or they're on SpeechWire if you want to go check them out there. So you can know where your rooms are, and all that different stuff. So definitely check those out. Tip number 3, how to prep. So this is a big one, especially if you're going to your first tournament, you don't really know what you're doing. This differs for speech events and debate events, but the main thing is, if you're in speech events, you want to make sure you have your speech memorized, you want to make sure that you have your speech written, find your speech, and all that kind of different stuff. And for debate events, you want to make sure you have your cases down, you want to make sure you have all your things prepped, and you're ready to go. So you can talk about this with your chairman, or go down below. I have lots of videos on different events, and you can definitely check them out, learn how to prep, but make sure you're ready to go. And the most important thing to make sure you're ready to go is tip number 4, and that is practice. Now, I cannot stress this enough when you're going to a tournament, but practice is so important and vital to what you're doing in the speech and debate program. So before your tournament, I've talked about this in countless other videos, but how you practice is very important. I first start off with just reading the script over, get familiar with the words I'm using, the phrases, and also just the general gist of what the essay or paragraph or speech is about. Then, after I go over it a couple of times by myself, I start recording myself. So, there's easy recording apps on your phone. You might have it on your phone. You might need to install one. I installed one. And you just you give your speech to your phone, and then you listen to it back and see if you mess up, if you use the same words over and over, and general stuff like that. So you can kind of see what mistakes you're making, where you're strongest, so you can get better. Then you move on to a mirror. So you have lots of mirrors in your house, and you just go up to one, and you can start giving your speech. This helps you with eye contact, how you look when are you rocking, are you kind of nervous, you can kind of see what your hands are doing when you're giving a speech, and all that different stuff if you do it in front of a mirror. So it's very important that you do it in front of a mirror. Then you can move on to friends or family. So if you have a debate team, you can give it in front of them, or you can give it to your parents. You can recite your speech over and over. It's very important that you give it in front of other people. And after that, you should have a good, solid idea of how your speech is going, and you have enough time. And when you get up in front of other people to give the speech, you should have it memorized, and you should have a practice, because all that practice is helping you get better at your speech and making sure you're the best you can be. And the final tip, tip number 5, is the most important, I believe, and it is to remain calm. Now, I've said this in every single video, but this is the most important for your first tournament. You got to take an abstract look at speech and debate. What is it? It's just a bunch of kids and a bunch of people all coming together to make sure that you become the best speaker and the best debater you can become. This is nothing to be nervous about. I mean, I'm sure you will be nervous. I was nervous, but you got to make sure that what are your goals in the speech and debate tournament. You want to get better at speaking. You want to become a better speaker. You want to be more confident when you speak. And going to a tournament and just relaxing and thinking everyone here is trying to get themselves better and help everyone else get better. And that changes your mindset and really helps you when you get to your first speech and debate tournament. Listen, I'm like you. When I went to my first speech and debate tournament, I didn't actually talk at all. I was so nervous, and I saw so many good people around me speaking that I was too scared to. And now I'm actually doing a lot better in speech and debate. I mean, as you can see, not trying to brag, but I'm just saying that the main thing is you want to realize that even if you are too nervous or you're scared, think about why you're doing speech and debate and what you're trying to get out of it. I realized, hey, this is boring just sitting here and watching all this stuff. I want to get better. So after that, I went to the first tournament, didn't know what I was doing. I made sure to research. I practiced. I went over this stuff, and I got better. And that's what you all will too. Think about what you're trying to get out of the speech and debate program, and that'll change your entire mindset and help you all get the best you can be. Okay, well, that's all my tips I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and please share with your friends. Like, a lot of other YouTubers say, smash that like button because we need to get the word out about these videos. A lot of people, and when I was going through my speech and debate career, I didn't have videos like this that I could go to and watch someone teach me how to do debate or learn about different events. I had to learn for myself. And I don't want the same thing to happen to other students. I want people to be able to have a place where they can come to and they can learn about different speech and debate events and grow in their speech and debate career. If you feel like you want to help out and contribute, definitely send me an email. My email is down in the About section. And definitely I will help you guys. You guys can write me a blog. You guys can shoot videos for me if you want. Because the thing is, it's not just me doing this. This is a community. We have so many people from all around the world. I have people emailing me, people messaging me. This is a community here and Debating for America's Youth. And I want to make sure that everyone here is able to get the best speech and debate experience they can. So please help me out, help other people in the speech and debate community out, share this with your teammates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.